Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tijerina.
And I'm Cathy Tijerina.
And today we're asking the question, what are you doing?
Ooh.
What are you doing while you're incarcerated? What are you doing while you're living? What are you doing while you're in the day room? What are you doing, period, during this time in your life?
Mm-hmm. Because what you're doing says who you are. And so you might not really be connecting the dots between what you're doing and your destiny and your success or failure, but what you do every day builds the foundation to either support your failure, right? Because it means it's going to crumble, or to support your future legacy and your success. And so today what we're talking about is really taking a step back and saying, wow, what is it that I'm doing every day? How am I living my life? What are the choices and decisions I'm making, even in the small things, that's telling the world who I am? So as you live your life, the choices you make every single day, as we talked about before, they're telling the world who you are. Now, why it's important to really take a step back and say, okay, what is it that I'm doing? Am I doing what is right and just in all things? And I want you to let that sink in for a minute, because it's easy to say, am I doing what is right and just in all things? It's like, it's easy for us to say, oh yeah, most of the time, and just ignore the places where we're not doing the right thing. But the truth is, if you really want to set a new precedent in your family for generations to come, you have to do what is right and just in everything. Everything. Especially the small things.
Everything that you do right now is setting you up to become a powerful individual or a lame.
On how to do it is recognize the areas in your life that you need improvement. Examine your heart, your motive. What are you doing that you think every time that you do it that there's that twinge of guilt or regret, and then you quick cover it up, you hide it, you push it aside, and you say, you know what, I'm okay. This is just one small thing, I'm not doing this, and you start listing all the things you're not doing in order to make yourself feel better about what you are doing.
Come on, we do that. Even out here.
Yeah, so stop it.
And number 2 is be determined. Come to a place in your journey to be resolute, that no matter what happens, you're gonna stay focused on this new you, on what you're doing to create success for not only yourself, but for your family. Be determined to not give up. Be determined to say, you know what, I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat right, I'm gonna do right, I'm gonna live right, I'm gonna be just in all things.
So number 3.
Live by your new code. Now, this takes a little bit of energy from you. Now we want you to write down a new code. You already know how you used to think and walk and talk with all your peers and everybody you associated with prior to this. Now, what are you doing now? You're gonna write a new code. This is how I wanna live. I wanna live with kindness.
That's really number 2. When you make the decision, you're writing it down. And now, number 3, you're living it out.
The people around you will begin to take you at your word. It may not come easy. You may have to begin building a new reputation, because maybe you were the guy that was always, maybe you've been extorting people. Maybe you're the gambler at the table. Maybe you're the storeman. I don't know what it is. Your hustle is in there. And maybe you've taken advantage of people that are even incarcerated. It's time to change your precedent. It's time to change the course of your life. If you haven't been doing the right thing, today's the day to begin. Make that conscious decision. You know what? I want to be taken at my word when I leave this place. I want people to be pleased with my lifestyle, not run from it because they're afraid I'm going to steal from them.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, doing the right thing is contagious. Once you start doing it, that self-fulfillment, that building of self-esteem, there's nothing that compares to it.